This is episode number 206. I did it. I found an insider working the IRS phone scam. This is his story and the lessons you can learn from it. That's coming up.
This is the Red Podcast, the marketing podcast for influencers. Rise above the noise. Expand your audience. Deliver impact. Here's your host, David Hooper.
This week I got one of those creepy automated messages left on my voicemail. You may have had something similar. This one said that I owed money to the IRS, back taxes, and I was going to be in big trouble if I didn't call the number right away and pay up. It sounded something like this.
Straight judge or a grand jury for a federal criminal offense. This is the final attempt to reach you. To resolve this issue immediately and to speak to a federal agent, call back number 915-357.
So I got curious about it. It's obviously a scam, right? So I called and called, trying to get somebody to talk to me. Everybody was tight-lipped. Conversations usually ended with something like this.
What do you mean call center?
Well, you're in a call center, right? Like with about 30 or 40 other people. How long have you had this job?
What kind of job are you talking about, okay? This is the United States Treasury, and you know that what you have to do to become an officer, right?
No, I don't. That's what I'm trying to find out. What is your name, please?
My name is...
I'm just curious, like, how you got the job.
See, I'll explain it to you in a very easy and a quick way. This is the 21st century. Do you know Google?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yes, you can go ahead and surf on Google, and you'll find all the possible answers of all the stupid questions you have, okay? So have a good day.
At that point, I gave up. Well, I'm just going to at least see how this thing works. I called, went through the entire process to find out how this scam works. If you're interested in that, you haven't heard it already, redpodcast.com/scam gets you the full call. You'll get an edited version of that. I kept this guy on the phone for a while. He actually wanted me to get in my car and drive to a Walmart. I didn't do that. But through the miracle of sound effects and the production library here in the Red Room, I was able to make him think that he did. My intention with that episode was to bring out some business lessons that you could learn from an operation like this. And as entertaining as it was, as curiosity busting as it was, I didn't really succeed with that. But I kept calling back. I finally found somebody on the inside who was willing to talk to me. And on this episode, I've got 4 big lessons from the IRS phone scam. The center that I talked to, they're making $20,000 to $30,000 every day. You can use these same techniques to do the same thing for your business and do it in a legitimate way. This is the Red Podcast, the podcast for influencers. If you're a blogger, podcaster, speaker, marketer, nonfiction author, or entrepreneur, you're a person with a message that you want to spread and make people care about, this is the podcast for you. Here on Red Podcast, I'll show you how to do just that. Take your message and spread it. I talk about how to make a name for yourself and how to make money while doing it. I talk about book publishing, podcasting, speaking, and other marketing elements of your business that you must master to grow and engage your audience. That's what Red stands for. Reach, expand, and develop your audience. Red Podcast is brought to you by FreshBooks. If you're running a real business, not a hobby, you got to have a way to make money. FreshBooks makes that easy. They make invoicing so easy. Get on FreshBooks.com. It takes about 30 seconds. You just fill out a form. It sends an invoice for you. Somebody doesn't pay, it'll send a second one, a third one. Just like a collection letter, it's a technique that works and will get your clients to pay. But if somebody wants to pay right away, FreshBooks makes that easy too. They simply click a button, type in their credit card number. FreshBooks handles all your payments for you. It's a super easy, intuitive interface. It's so much easier than how you're doing your invoices now. And right now, FreshBooks is offering a free month of unrestricted use to all Red Podcast listeners. Totally free right now. You don't even need a credit card for the trial. To claim your free month, go to freshbooks.com/red and enter red in the How Did You Hear About Us section. So $20,000 to $30,000 per day. That's what these call centers are doing. Let's put the ethics aside for a minute. It is an amazing business. Getting leads, having conversations with these leads, converting these leads into cash money. These guys have it down. They've got a system. I had a good conversation with one of the guys who's been working in this call center. He explained to me how they get the leads, what happens when people call in. He explained to me how he was trained for the job, how he found out about the job, how he gets paid, who's really making the big money, and why he's doing work like this. A quick note, I feel this guy took a big risk by talking to me. This is a criminal operation, not only in the United States, but also in Pakistan. My intent in talking to him was to learn from him, not trying to risk his privacy, risk his job, shame him, make him feel bad for the kind of work that he's doing. And most importantly, I'm not trying to get him in trouble with his bosses. Here's that conversation.
It's trash free. How can I help you?
I'm calling you because I was wondering if we could have like an honest conversation. I'm curious about your business.
Okay.
I'm curious like how it works, like how the money works.
What do you want to know?
How the money flow goes. Is it a MoneyGram thing? Is it an iTunes?
No. Yeah, iTunes, yeah.
Okay. And how do you actually cash that in?
We have a dealer for that.
If I have a $50 iTunes card, he gives you like $40 cash?
No. We give him a $500 iTunes voucher code, and he gives us $400 on that.
And then, do you know what he does with the iTunes voucher?
Yeah, no, I don't know about that.
How successful are you? How many calls do you have to make before you find somebody who... Is it an IRS thing? Is that what you guys are doing?
No, it's U.S. Treasury. In a day, we make like $20,000 each day.
And how many people are there doing that for you to make $20,000?
We have 40 people here, 40. They send messages to people,
right.
Automated messages, and then people call us back, and we try to take money from them.
Are the leads random?
It has like 6,000 numbers. We have a row of 7 people. Each row has one number and 6,000 leads per number.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are they all in the United States?
Yeah.
Do you work like an 8-hour day, 12-hour day? How often do you work?
10 hours a day.
10 hours a day? And during that 10 hours, how many times are you successful?
At the moment, I'm not successful even once.
Did you just start?
Yeah, like 2 months.
2 months ago?
Yeah.
Do they pay you until you're successful, or is it based on commission?
No, salary. We have salary, and when we have success, there are spot payments.
Okay. And who owns this operation?
There are many people who own this, but I'm not allowed to tell that, you know that.
Okay, but it's not you're not the owner, you're just an employee.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you find out about it?
I was just searching for a job, and I got a call from a friend that there's a call center for you, this, that. That's why I've joined here.
Okay. Can you tell me where you're based?
No, I'm not able. No, I'm not going to tell that.
Can you tell me the country?
Yeah. I'm from Iran.
Iran, okay. And you have, obviously, you have American phone numbers that route it to Iran.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What kind of training did you get?
No, we have scripts for that.
Okay.
Script, yeah.
Must be like the middle of the night there.
Yes. It's 1 a.m. now, like 2 a.m. now.
Okay. And you're going to work until morning?
Yeah.
Do you like the job? I mean, it seems like if you've been there 2 months, that it must be kind of hard to get rejected that much.
Yeah. I'm doing it because I wanted to buy a bike.
Like a motorbike?
Yes.
Do you like the job?
No. Really not.
Do you think you're going to stay there for a while?
No. I'll do it till I don't get the money for my bike, then I'll leave this job. Because I don't like to do this stuff to the people. I also feel bad for them.
Do you have a high turnover? Are there a lot of people that come and go?
No, not that much.
Like when it comes to seniority of the 40 people, have you been there the longest, or you have people that have been there longer than you have?
Yeah, there are more people longer than me.
Okay. Like how long has it been going on?
I think so, 5 years.
Do you change the script every once in a while?
Yeah, like in a year, I think so.
I'm curious to know, like sometimes the numbers get shut down. Do you know how long you
Yeah.
keep the numbers alive?
We don't have a guarantee for that. When we don't have numbers, we get internet access. We can watch YouTube, Facebook, and then do other stuff.
Do it via Facebook?
Yes, I have, but I won't tell you about that.
No, that's okay. I'm just kind of curious like how the operation works and how you get paid. Is there a way to get paid other than iTunes gift cards?
Yes, there are a lot of gift cards like CVS, Dollar General,
How about MoneyGram?
Family Dollar. No, I don't think so. They use MoneyGram.
Always gift cards?
Yeah.
Does your family and like wife or girlfriend, do they know that you're doing this?
No, I'm just 18 years old.
Oh, 18?
I don't have a wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does your family know?
Yeah. They know.
What do they think about it? You said you feel bad doing it.
Yeah, they also told me to leave this job, but I told I need to buy a bike.
Right. What are
Yeah.
you doing with the bike? Are you going somewhere with it?
Yeah, for transportation.
Are you studying anything at school?
Not in school, I'm in college.
What college are you studying?
You won't get that, I think so. I'm studying BCom.
You're studying economics?
No, BCom. Bachelor of Commerce.
What do you think you'll be doing in like 5 years?
I don't know about that. I'm not that good at studies.
You're good at selling.
Yeah.
So tell me a story from your work in the call center.
What story do you want to know?
Like an interesting experience that you've had, like somebody that you've talked to.
No, there's no interesting experience. Yeah, when people cry in front of me, I leave them alone. I don't scam money from them.
You feel bad for them?
Yes.
How many people do you think actually believe that this is legitimate?
There are many people, but I don't get that people.
Are they older people? The people that cry?
Yeah, older people cry. Sometimes younger people also cry.
Are they
Yes.
scared of getting arrested?
Yes.
How much money do you need to get a bike?
It's like a $2,000.
And how much is your salary for working in the call center?
It's like $200.
Per month?
Yes.
And you're making $20,000 per month or per day?
Last month the whole group made like $1 lakh. But I was not included in that because I didn't get a payment from anyone.
That's like a bonus.
Yeah.
Is it like a businessman that owns this operation?
Yeah. Yes.
Are you guys working by yourselves or are there other call centers set up in different places?
Yeah, there are many call centers.
And what does the call center look like?
Like an office building.
And do you talk on headsets and Skype?
Not on Skype. We have a app.
And the calls come in just automatically?
Yeah, because the IT professional sends leads, automated messages to people and they call back.
Where do you tell people that you're from?
U.S. Treasury, Washington, D.C.
Okay. And do you know the area code for Washington, D.C. and the address there?
Yes. Yes, I know each and everything.
And have they trained people there?
They're trained like only for 2 days.
Have you ever been to Washington, D.C.?
No, not that much lucky.
What do you think about the United States? What do you think that it's like?
It's very awesome.
Would you like to come?
Yeah, once I will come when I get a good job and when I get a good salary, when I'm well settled.
Yeah. I'd love to have you here, man. You sound like a good guy.
Yeah, I know that. But what should I do now? It's a bad job. I also understand that, but I also have some needs which I want to fulfill.
Yeah, I understand. I'm not making judgment on it. I'm just kind of curious to know like how it works and like what are your other opportunities?
No, I don't have any other opportunities now. For the age of 18, there are no jobs available now.
Yeah. Do you work with your friends? Do you like the people you work with?
Yes, there are many friends.
What do they think about the job?
Some people like it, some do not like that job.
They feel bad?
Yeah.
Do you think that they'd talk to me if I talked to them?
I don't think so. I'm talking so softly because there are people walking on the floor checking that what people are talking about. That's why I'm talking so slowly.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would get caught.
You'd get in trouble?
Yes.
Okay. I used to work at a call center when I was your age.
A real one or the fake one?
It's a real one. But I also worked in a fake one. He was, we called it a boiler room. It was like a room with just phones plugged in the wall. There was not even really like a nice desk or anything. It had a table and a bunch of chairs. And next thing I knew, this guy was on the news and he'd skipped town and I think he was wanted for tax evasion. There was some kind of fraud involved. But it wasn't quite as sophisticated as the one that you operate with. So no judgment, man. I'm just kind of curious to know how this works.
Now I'm talking to you. If my friend or someone else would have picked up the call, they wouldn't talk to you this long.
You want to tell me your name? You can make one up.
No, I won't tell my name. I will get in trouble.
Well, my name's David.
Oh, nice to meet you, David.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you talking to me. Is there something that you would like people to know if, like, I was to tell them, like, I talked to somebody in a call center? Is there something that you would like them to know? What should I call you?
My fake name is Yes.
How did you pick that name?
No, I was just searching for a name from US, then I found out that name. Because I play Clash Royale that has that's why I took that name.
So there you have it, the inside of an IRS phone scam, or as he said, the United States Treasury Department. 4 big lessons that I want you to take away from this. First of all, fear works. Fear gets results. If you were to test a headline, do a split test of 2 headlines. Half your traffic went to a fearful headline, and half your traffic went to one of hope. The fearful headline, 9 times out of 10, is going to outsell the message of hope. Remember that initial message that I got, that computerized voice, very stern, the initial people that I talked to on redpodcast.com/scam. Completely fearful. And that's because fear gets people to take action. Look at politics. Look at what's happening in the United States right now. Both parties. Fear, fear, fear. Don't let the other guy get elected. This is the most important election in our lifetime. We've got terrorism, drug use, homosexuals, teenage pregnancy. We've got Republicans, Democrats, transgenders. Too much gun control, too little gun control. The whole thing is fear-based, and that's because fear works. The question I have for you, though, is do you want to live your life like that? Do you want to do marketing like that? I'm not judging, but is that the kind of message that you want to put out into the world? This guy's working his job because he needs money. I don't know what opportunities that this guy has, but I can tell you that because you're listening to Red Podcast, I know that you've got better opportunities to create something great. I know for a fact that you've got a good opportunity to create something positive, to create something worthwhile, to be a person of value that adds something to the world and still makes money. So fear works, but that doesn't mean you have to use it. It doesn't mean that that's the only thing that works. Second big lesson, work the script. Find something that works and stick with it. As we say in the South, dance with the one that brung you. Too often we get caught up in looking at the business that we're in, wishing that we were in somebody else's business, thinking that it's easier. The grass is always greener, as they say. And if you're too worried about that, what your neighbor's grass looks like, you're not busy enough watering your own. Work the script. Find something that works and improve on it. Now, these guys didn't have to improve on things. He said they don't really change the script every once in a while. And I'm sure it's had a lot of iterations over the years. But they don't seem to be changing the script like you might as a marketer. And the reason that they don't have to do that, that's big lesson number 3. Volume fixes conversion problems. These guys have automation. They've got a huge team. Each of these guys working 50 hours per week. And this is not the only call center that they've got. They've got hundreds of people. They've got well-tuned automation. They can reach thousands upon thousands of people. And when you've got that many people calling you back, that many people that you're having conversations with, for you, maybe it's that many people that you're speaking in front of at a seminar, that many people to your webpage. When you've got that kind of volume, you don't have to be that efficient. Bad marketing can still make you a ton of money. Talking to this guy, you can hear the language barrier. You can hear the bad connection. You can hear people in the background reading the script. Does it sound legitimate? I don't think so. I'm super surprised that anybody would fall for it, but that shows you the kind of volume that they've got. So if you're looking to bring in more money, one of the things you can do, volume. Second thing you can do, charge more. The third thing, better conversion. When you've increased volume, conversion, and more money per sale, that's how you make more money. That's what Red Podcast is about. When you're an influencer, your conversion goes up. When you're an influencer, you can charge more money. And when you're an influencer, momentum is on your side. People are talking about you. You've got traffic already. It's so much easier to get a ton of people to read your books, listen to your podcasts, visit your website. That's what's going to make these 3 things even more efficient for you. Big lesson number 4. This is the big one. If you take away one thing from this episode, this is what I want you to take away. You are talking to people. This guy, he seems pretty intimidating when you're calling him and you're thinking that you're in trouble. You've just gotten that automated message. You're scared. He's reading a script designed to scare you even more. But he got his name from a video game, Clash Royale. It's something you play on your iPhone. That's how he got his name. He's just a kid. Like any teenager you know, this guy just wants freedom. He wants a bike that he can have transportation and get away from his parents because they're still controlling him. He said some of his friends can't work with him at the call center because of the hours. The parents are still in control. You're talking to a person. Are you going to have a different conversation with somebody in that situation than you would if you're talking to a nameless, faceless mob? Yes. And we are never talking to nameless, faceless mobs. Keep this in mind when you're doing your marketing. One-on-one. You to them. Even with this podcast, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. That's why I'm not saying you guys or the Red Podcast listeners or Red Nation or everybody out in podcast land. It's not about that. It's about me and you. And it's not a one-way conversation either. At the end of every Red Podcast, what do? Reach out to me at David Hooper on Twitter. I want to hear from you one-on-one. So if you take away one message from this episode, it's that you are talking to people. Specifically, you're talking to one person at a time. This is part 1 of a 2-part series. If you want to make sure you don't miss the next one, redpodcast.com is a way to subscribe. 1 click. That's all it takes. You get new episodes delivered to you automatically on iPhone, Android. However you get your podcast, 1 click will make sure you never miss an episode. Go to redpodcast.com to do it. On the next episode, a couple more conversations that I had people within the call center. Here's what happened. Once I got hold of one guy, they all started talking to each other. Check this out.
Hooper?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, do you remember me?
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine. What about you?
This dude's calling me back. We've exchanged numbers. We're buddies. And I don't use that term lightly because we're on Facebook together.
Do you use Facebook? So you remember my name, right? I'll send you a friend request.
We exchanged information. I'm keeping in touch with these guys. More conversations with people running the IRS phone scam and more insight coming on the next episode. Plus, it's time for entrepreneurs to put their money where their mouth is. Stop talking about giving back. If you really want to make a change in the world, I'm going to show you how to do that. That's on the next episode of Red Podcast. Reach out to me on Twitter if you've got any questions. @David Hooper is my username. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode of Red Podcast.
You've been listening to Red Podcast, the marketing podcast for influencers. Never miss an episode. Subscribe now with your iPhone, Android, or via RSS at redpodcast.com.
Hi, David.
Hey, what's going on? I knew you were calling me. Is everything okay?
Yep, everything's okay.
Okay, did I get in trouble?
Sorry?
Did I get in trouble?
No, nothing like that. No, nothing like that.
Okay. Well, you've got my number, okay?
Yeah?
So if you need to get in touch with me, just let me know. I'm just a guy. I'm just curious about how these things work. And I'd love to continue the relationship and talk to you in the future. If something comes up or if I can help you, let me know.
Yeah. Okay.